Chino Pettis Adventures, and this one's for you. I get a lot of people asking me about insurances, insurance that, insurance the other. Well, I'm here to tell you there's a lot of ways to skin a cat, and there's a lot of ways to get robbed. I don't have all the answers. I can just tell you what I know about me. I'm 73 years old with pre-existing conditions, and that is not a problem. When I went to get my health insurance for my cédula extranjería, is the equivalent of a green card, I applied with my wife, Nueva EPS, and that is the name of the deal. And it started off costing me about 30 bucks a month, and now it's up to about 40 bucks a month. But I see a lot of people out there getting hustled into buying really expensive healthcare, and I don't know why, because I think you can just walk into Nueva EPS or getting them on the phone. That's a whole nother deal. But if you go to one of their offices, they will sign you up on the spot, and it ain't going to cost no frickin' $800 a month. It's not even going to cost you 800 bucks a year. It's going to cost you about under 500 bucks today, you know, and that's full medical. That's your medicine. That's your labs. That's your trips to the doctor. If you have to go to the emergency room, that gets paid for. If you have to ride in an ambulance, that gets paid for. So there are some other insurances that cost a lot of money, and then it just seems to me, and I can be wrong, I mean, I'm wrong a lot, but this specific company says that if you make more than twice the national minimum wage, is that you can't pay them. Who the hell thought of that? That can't be correct. Because you make more, you have insurance, and then you make a little more money, and so you're not allowed to pay them? What? Well, I'll tell you one thing, that's just right up there with somebody's robbing somebody or somebody's stupid. Because I think, and I could be mistaken, but I'm sure it's happened, that you apply for health insurance, company XYZ in Colombia, and the broker that gets you the health insurance is you're sending your payments to him. Well, is he sending them to where they're supposed to go? Maybe yes, maybe no. But you need to check it out. So the long and the short of this whole thing is there's so much misinformation and so many people trying to hustle you out of your money in Colombia that you just need to really be careful. But if I were you, I would call Nueva EPS and tell them what the deal is. Or if you can't get satisfaction on the phone, you could go stand in their office. But you better take a translator. I guess you could probably do it with your phone, but it would be better to elicit somebody's help to do that. I mean, on a 1 to 10 scale, my Spanish is an 8.5, a 9, okay? But when it comes to health insurance vocabulary, I don't know. It's just a whole different ball of wax. And it's needed, you know? I mean, who wants to be without health insurance? Nobody wants to be without health insurance. Just don't get hustled. Don't get screwed. If you have a specific case, I'll help you. Call me. I'm I'm not very expensive. We'll call around. We'll get Maria to call around. We'll figure it out. But if you're going to some uptown hotshot lawyer in Medellin, just expect to get it without a kiss. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's some good ones. I'm sure there's some really good ones. But when you tell me how to figure that out, let's write a book about it. Anyway, God bless you guys. Oh, not my favorite subject. The long and the short of it is, oh, there's one other thing that you need to know. If you do in fact have health insurance already in Colombia, and you have a visa extranjería or you have a visa pensional, what you need to know is if your visa ever expires, the day that visa expires, your health insurance is cut off. And I'll tell you that, okay? Because they're supposed to leave it for 30, 60, 90 days, but they don't. They just cut it off immediately when your visa expires. So what you need to do is, because I mean, from the time I took the picture and the fingerprints and I'd already been approved for my cédula extranjería for 3 years, it took them 6 to 7 weeks to get me my freaking document, my card. And all that time, I didn't have health insurance and I didn't know it, okay? And so I hung around and paid for 3 or 4 months like clockwork, and nobody seems to know where that money went. So if anything changes in your status, be sure and check your health insurance. So that being said, God bless you. It's the first day of the rest of your life. If nothing changes, nothing changes. We are here in beautiful Colombia. But it's just like anywhere else on the planet, boys and girls. They will rob you if they get a chance. And I don't mean with a knife or a gun or with physical danger. I mean, they'll rob you with a pencil. It's the cheapest and easiest way to do it. So, God bless you. We'll see you, where? On the flip side.